The dry run. The arch nemesis of every single presenter out there. I'll let you in on a little secret. Every single one of us hates hearing their own voice and seeing themselves on camera. It's a universal human being thing, but it's especially prevalent in all of us presenters. Why? Because we actually need to do it. Some of you might say, no, we don't really need to do a dry run, and in 90% of the cases I would agree with you. You know, the ones that you run on a daily basis, the demo that you deliver every single day, you probably don't need to do a dry run for those. It makes sense to watch your recordings now and again. You might find something that you need to tweak, but yeah, in the majority of the time you don't really need to do a lot there. Those are not the ones that I'm talking about. The important ones though, you get that one customer that's literally life-changing for the company, or you go up and speak at a conference. I promise you need to try run those presentations. You need to practice them. And actually some conferences won't even let you on stage if you don't do several dry runs with them beforehand. It's extremely important to polish your presentation. Same as with any other performance. Practice makes perfect. Practicing our craft is the only way we can get ahead. And we can do that every single opportunity that we get. It might be very demoralizing and very cringy to do that alone in front of a camera, but watching that recording and analyzing it will help you apply changes and improvements, little tweaks in your craft that will greatly improve your performance, and you will be a better presenter at the end of that. Now, if that's a bit too much to overcome, speaking in front of a camera yourself, there are other ways to push forward and to try and get better. Practice with your friends. I actually get a lot more stage fright, and I am a lot more kind of wooden when I present in front of friends than I do in front of actual audience. But to each their own. If you can do that in front of someone and actually get feedback from them, that might actually be even better. They will be a bit more, realistic about your presentation. They might like stuff that you don't like because you're way too critical of yourself. They might find something that you didn't even notice, like it's something that you've always done that it sticks out to them, and they can give you a hint on how you can improve that. It's extremely useful to have the advice and the feedback of other people. If friends aren't the way to go, use your company's team. Try to run a particular presentation in front of the team that you work in, or you can even gather other colleagues from other departments. It's always a good idea to run a big presentation beforehand as a dry run, just to get their opinions on what exactly you're going to present, whether it actually fits with the company narratives, values, and so on and so on. And it will actually be much more useful to you than if you would just do that alone. In my personal experience, I try to do both. Like I try to kind of finish my presentation beforehand by recording myself, see how I actually do it, and then once I'm semi-satisfied with the end result, I would run that in front of my colleagues so I can get their opinion on how that actually will look like in front of the customer. Another very interesting way to go about it is, and this is in a very extreme case where your presentation is actually make it or break it, if it's something extremely important, there are actually agencies that can help you both build that presentation and polish it afterwards. The whole performance for that presentation, demo, whatever you're doing. It's extremely useful. I've only done that once, but it was one of the best experiences I've had, and it has long-term lasting effects. It's not a one-time thing. If you actually get your head into that feedback session with that external company, you can learn a lot about the processes from the actual professionals who do that on a daily basis, and then continue to apply those skills in your day-to-day presentations so you can be much better at the craft. Bottom line is, we need to push through the cringe of practicing our craft to get better at it. And I promise you, no presentation will be perfect. No demo will go without a hiccup. You will probably come up with more ideas of how to improve a presentation after it has already passed. It happens. But you have the power to improve your work, and you're just wasting your potential if you don't do that. Hell, if you don't have a friend to present to, hit me up, I can be your guinea pig. Till the next time, go close 'em.